so getting involved here. Are we live yet? I don't think we're live yet. So we about to go live. Hold on. It's already on there and on there. Gotcha. Here we go. So I gotta listen to the sounds. Yo. Just wanna get this started. I'm actually on IG now. I added another wrinkle to this. Thank you for showing up, Joe Rivers. I appreciate you in the room. We are now on Facebook, YouTube, and IG. Working slowly but surely to get there. Try to get everybody on real quick. And we're going to get started on this topic. Once again, get a lot of, appreciate all the input that people are having during the day, just to give me an idea what y'all are thinking before y'all get involved or before y'all join the show tonight. I had a bunch of promises of people saying they're going to be here. We shall see. Got in touch with a couple people. Let's see here. It says we're telling more people to come on. No, can't do it. All right, so but public, right? Yeah. Okay. That's what's the name was on there for a quick second. Let's see if anybody's on the YouTube. Crap. 100%. I have to shut down YouTube. Just might have to shut it down. Right, 93%. See this thing. Oh, it's coming down a little bit. Okay. Where you at? Oh, snap. Rodell and ATL, what's going on, sir? Appreciate you coming in. I'm trying to learn the IG way. I'm also on Facebook and on YouTube. Trying to the Instagram is the only one that I don't have the ability to use my green screen that you can see behind me. Yeah, but trying to as my daughter says, include the IG community because only old people use Facebook apparently. I didn't know. I mean, I know I'm old. But I didn't know Facebook was old. Hey, it's my talk show. As you can see, the shirt says the Freddy Chico show. No topic off limits. Anything you want to talk about, we're going to talk about. Tonight, we're talking about hypocrites. Talking the talk, but not walking the walk. You know, you got a lot of people out here that always want to give expectations to other people and tell them what they should be doing. But if they were in those shoes, they know they wouldn't do that. I hope I'm not coming in an echo. I might have to shut something down here. Hold on. I think that might. Hopefully I'm not echoing. Let's see here. Let me see that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Um, and just to have let me know if the sound is okay. Trying to see if everybody. Bruce, what's going on, sir? I see you was in there for a second. Tell me if the sound's all right. I appreciate that, Rodell. Appreciate that, sir. And but yeah, so I mean, this is the only one that I don't have the capability to put the green screen as you can see behind me. So everybody else sees the island screen and all the special effects or whatnot. You get the raw and cut. You know, appreciate that. Solo, is it again? Is that what, am I saying that right? Oh, Solo is at it again. Gotcha. What up, man? What up? What up? Trying to do this show here. Brian, that's who that is. Okay, just gotta check see who this is. My boy Gods and Gains out there. I'm trying to be like him if I can get down to that 2% body fat. He be acting like he's milk over here with this 2%. I'm not hating on him, but the topic tonight is hypocrites talking the talk but not walking the walk. Um, For my Facebook people, my YouTube people, let me know if I am sounding okay. That's a learning journey for me, trying to get this up and running as far as simulcast, because that's what you call when you cast on different platforms at the same time. Um, and then also, check out the FreddyChicoShow.com for um, for topics and to log in as a member. You can use your credentials on one of the other social medias. It's real easy to do. And also you can submit topics that you would like to discuss, whether you want to do it anonymously or you want everybody to know you the one that came up with this idea. I give credit where credit is due. I ain't trying to steal nobody credit. But we're going to get into this topic, trying to wait for everyone to get in the room. Storm is in the building. Can you hear me? Walter's in the building. I see you. Bruce, tell me if the sound is okay. Because I had to cut off some things I thought I heard an echo. I don't want to be repeating myself or sounding like there's feedback. Uh-oh. We're going to have to work on that, Brian. Okay, appreciate that, Tony. Just want to make sure I'm not echoing or you're hearing me on repeat. But yeah, we got to talk about that because it's so easy to tell somebody what they should do. But then when it comes to us actually following through with that, we kind of come up short, or we never have any intentions of doing that ourselves. Perfect example. When we come to having expectations of, hey, I want to show you, and of course, certain people are going to think I'm talking about them, and trust and believe, I am not an indirect type person. So if you feel the shoe fits, wear that shoe. But when people say they have love and compassion for a group of people, but don't have love and compassion for another group of people, you are a hypocrite. It should not be conditional love. Especially if you up in front saying I only care about this, that's one thing. But if you say you care about everybody, you have compassion for everybody, but you really only have compassion for a certain group, you are a hypocrite. Well, see, that's a whole nother game plan. I don't know what it's like to. You see, the thing is saying it's taking feedback too. Um, how the operation to be a corrections officer, so that might be a different story. Let's see, anybody on YouTube? Nobody on YouTube, just Facebook. Gotcha. What's going on, Storm? Talk to me. And hold on, how did I do that last time? This one? No, I don't want to do that. Cancel. This has invites. Okay, I'm clicking this button. All right, cool. All right, so that's just one example. A couple of people were on the web page talking about what they would like to contribute to this, and I want to give them a chance to contribute. Or okay, hold on, here we go. He said, when you were younger, you always wondered why the church girls said they wanted a man of God, yet a lot of the young ladies at the time in the church would get pregnant by all the men not in the church or about God stuff. Well, first part of that is the girls to say they want a man of God is something that's cliche or popular. They're supposed to say that. If they didn't say that, they would catch you have issue, or people have issues with them. So they have to say that regardless if they mean it, have any intentions of doing that, that's off the top. Then if they were to tell, also in the same point, if they were to tell you how they really feel, they'll catch it for that. So the third or second thing would be the accountability. You can sit there and say, hey, this female can only want a man of God. But when you see them pregnant, they're not accountable for that pregnancy. It's still a come on, Storm. I know you got something for me. But when you have a culture, both man and woman, who don't hold women accountable for the choices that they make, that's going to breed that, dysfunction where you're trying to make sense of something that is crazy. You can't make sense of crazy. He said, I can't stand when a person tells you to eat healthy and they eat tilapia. Don't tell me to eat healthy and you don't even know what's healthy, period. Yeah, I guess something similar to that is when people are like, don't smoke because it'll kill you. And then they light up a cigarette. Like, I'm sorry, what? That don't make any sense. Oh, shoot, I can pull you on live, huh? You want to go live? Anybody on my Instagram that wants to go live, it seems I can pull you on live on that. I'm not sure how it's going to sound on the Facebook or the YouTube, but let me know if y'all want to go live on there. I know somebody was asking me that, but I also have a feature on the Facebook that will allow people to come on live through a link. that I can send you, and I'll pull you on. We have not been successful yet at that. I'm the only one that I've been able to send it to myself, but not any of you guys. So it's still a work in progress. You said that's a good one. Also, if they say they're a vegan and claim to be healthier than anyone else, yet get diseases because they ate Monsanto vegetables. Yeah, that's the hard thing about being a vegan. Is like, I don't know if that's another trick of people to try to make you eat more meat, is that they mess up the vegetables, so it's like it's just as bad as the meat. You know, when they said there's no such thing as healthy corn because they put something in the genetics of corn that it's spread to every corn everywhere around the planet. He said, "Oh, when people say they are drug free but pop a bunch of aspirin or intake a lot of caffeine." Well, I think that the common denominator with that one is a lot of people receive or even don't even care to actually pay attention to what people are saying, so they get away with that because no one's actually really um, receiving what they're saying, or they're not actually taking in and like, oh, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. They're like, oh, okay, and keep it moving. Kind of like how someone will say, "How are you?" They don't want you to say, "Hey, my knee hurt and I'm about to have back surgery." No, no, no. They want you to say, "Fine," and you, and then keep it moving. They really don't want to know how you are doing. Hypocrites. Um, okay, that's just ridiculous. You talking about popping Vicodin, Xanax? That's not no baby drug. That's ridiculous. Um, I'm trying to remember some of the comments that were made earlier today because y'all have some great comments, but then y'all get ghosts when it comes to the live, which I am still trying to figure out. Um, let's see here. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah, Tony was like, I laugh at them because they're usually the same ones trying to program you to do the right, but don't themselves. Like a pastor or a deacon that says it's wrong to fornicate, but end up getting a church member pregnant. Most did it in the name of Jesus or something, then bless the fornication. Yeah, that's something different. But Walter tried to do the other end. It's like, but at the same time, on the other end as well, there are people who fornicate every weekend and have lots of kids with different people who have a magnifying glass on the preachers. In their personal life, folks try to point out my minor stuff that they do majorly, which that's a good point too. You know, people love to hold a pastor or man of the cloth at a higher standard than themselves, and to have the nerve to look down on them when you know you're doing 10 times worse. Like, that don't make any sense. And do it with a straight face. Now, Sean said, I think there are leaders of sheep, not willing to assume the sometimes lonely role of an individual. They put on a false persona in order to continue the fantasy of what they want to be or do without ever taking the initiative to make moves towards it. Since the sheep are basically a product of the same mindset, they simply move in the same direction of the intentional hypocrite until others take lead. I guess that's what he was trying to ask about the accidental hypocrite. For example, our political system, everyone seems to follow a leader that promises good things, even more simply because the person next to them is following. Until something happens or does not, because of the leader, the next sheep steps up to expose, complain. People agree. Now there is a new hypocrite. Intentional hypocrites, in my opinion, like the attention given by introducing possibilities without substance, and continues to do so until exposed by a better one. Yeah, I agree. Wish he would join the crew so we could talk about that. Um, Paris, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. He said our preachers say they're helping single women, but they preach for the women to get castrated or Tyler Perry, man. Absolutely, you already know. These are hypocrites. Also, they claim to be a part of the show, but don't tune in for a couple of minutes. Right? You know, I mean, they love to say they have that support. They're supporting the Freddy Chico show, and then you don't see them. You know what I mean? Um, a woman that claims independent but always looking for a companion. What do you think independent means? I mean, that's all I'm saying. And I think you saw him. Did I do a little short video on that? I think I did a meme. If you, and I'm not picking on women, but just saying because they're the ones that usually are on Section 8. If you're on Section 8, and I know some Facebook people are on Section 8, if you have welfare or you are receiving food stamps, you are not an independent woman. Just want to let you know that. I don't care if there's no other adult but you in there. You're not independent. If you need help understanding that, let me know. But you are not independent. When Trump supporters say that he's the most squeaky clean, upstanding man of integrity, big time. They are morons. Or, just in denial. When a woman want a man to take them on a date, they would never take a man on. Boom! I got to heart that one up right there. Because there's so many ways you can address that situation. One, just never at all in the first place. Like, have an expectation of the guy that you won't expect from yourself. Hypocrite. Now, there's a slightly less hypocrite is the one that's like, yeah, I'll take you out on a date, but I ain't taking you out on an expensive date. They want the guy to take them to Cheesecake Factory and Ruth Chris and all that, but they're going to take the guy out to Crystals and McDonald's and Chick-fil-A or Wendy's or something. Not the same thing. Or they're like, it's not about the money that they're not spending. So you're not independent. You're being babysat. Yep. A woman that will ask a man to do things for them that they will never do. Big time. Y'all getting it. Y'all on the roll. Where did Paris go? Did Paris dip out of here? I thought I saw Paris in here. I'm not sure. Where did she go? Oh, she's still here. Paris is still here. Let me know what you think. What you think, Paris? Don't want to scare the women away, but we want to talk truth. Don't want to be hypocrites ourselves or sugarcoated. I'm a straight shooter. IG, what's up? Try to send some invites to IG since they said that's how the young people communicate. And I guess this green light means the people are on, so they can't lie and be like, "Oh, I didn't get the." Oh, that's Brian again. Oh, I didn't get the invite. Yes, you did. It says active now. So that's how. I don't really have that many people on IG. We'll see if they come back. I may have more than that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I keep saying the same people. I know I have more people than this. There we go. The elder barber. Okay. Alright, so Paris. Hold on. I think I messed up something. Alright, cool. We're still on. Alright. I might shut the IG down. I don't see nothing. I might shut the YouTube down. But Paris says, I'm here, but I can't identify with the woman being mentioned. Oh, well, okay. It's not, and don't get me wrong, the show is not what women do wrong. The show is hypocrites, talking the talk, but not walking the walk. It's not gender-based. It's not gender-specific. Hypocrites can be men and women. I mean, I think we discussed it too. It's just the last couple were, yes, on women. Yo, you're right. She hit me. I'm going to choke her throat to look like squiggly balloons. That's always bust fast. What? Oh, because what's the name? Walter said something earlier. Okay. People who say a man should never lay a hand on a woman even in self-defense. Yes. Hypocrites. A dude that tells you he is woke and still going to church on Sunday. First of all, you should. I don't even know why you listen to a person pass the part. They say they're woke. Woke is not a proper tense of that verb. Go back to English class or something. You're not woke. You're awake. You're retarded behind. But so now I kind of understand what Tony's talking about. He said, I'm going to choke her throat to look like them squiggly balloons on his bus fat. When a preacher can't preach on a woman accountability as much as male accountability because his wife, who is a tyrant, is in attendance. Yeah, those castrated men that are in the church that they're so scared of their females, it's not even funny. And then those females walk around like they could talk to any dude that way because they talk to their husband that way. Okay. She said, we're all hypocrites at one time or another. Gotcha. She gonna say the politically correct thing. Thank you for that contribution, Paris. Thanks. And I don't disagree. We definitely have everyone I think has had a hypocritical moment where they've done something or said something that didn't match up. But we're talking about people that, love to, show all kind of like the patriots. They're like, hey, I love my country. But y'all ain't never signed up for the military. Like, shut your behind up. You only saying it because it sounds good. You ain't walking the walk. Hypocrite. Chris, what's going on, sir? Hey, you working hard or hardly working with you? You off? Trying to communicate with your young people with this IG stuff. Yeah, but the issue is habitual hypocrites. Yes. Um, Joliet. Is that near Dallas or whatever? Um, that wasn't Walter. That was Paris being politically correct. When the Bible says don't show favoritism, but folks like Jake's have special seats for certain givers. Yeah. Um, Illinois. Oh wow. Okay. You on vacation or something? What you doing? You ain't Ubering up there. That's a long Uber ride. But when the Bible, you know, I only heard that, so I can't say for a fact. Like I know, like I seen it, but that's what I've been told that he has special seats for high dollar tithers. You know, um, and just in everyday um, operations. When you have people saying, "This is what I do," like people who are championing women's rights, but they're beating women. Like, how does that work? You know, people who preach love, but every 2 seconds talking about chop them off with the head. Like off with their head. Like, that's not love. Oh, you said his response to her is PC. Gotcha. The habitual hypocrites, or the ones that just go without getting checked. Like no one checks them. Um, what you doing? You chilling? Those who say free Centoria Brown, but didn't stand up for falsely accused men in jail. I mean, I don't even know if you want to call that a hypocrite. That's like just ridiculous. Free Centoria Brown, free a murderer. Yeah. Oh, snap. Is this Larry? Larry in the building? I think this is the first time I've seen him on a live. What's going on over there? Who's in here on IG? Talk to me. Talk to me. Black folks to say they're with Cap but couldn't boycott one NFL game. Exactly. I'm still with Cap. You know. You got people that still try to talk to me about, oh, how come you're not watching NFL? Yeah. The NFL said my money is not worth, not valued, so I will take my money somewhere else. You won't see me spend a dime on anything until Cap gets signed. If he don't ever get signed, I will not miss the NFL 1 minute. You know what I mean? And the sad part about it now, as much as I've been a long time 49er fan, the first team that gets brave enough, I don't even care if he just gets signed for 1 year. That's my new team. I promise you that's my new team. Oh, Lord. You tell my Centoria will be back in prison in 2 years. She'll kill her new husband for cooking her eggs scrambled and prophesying. Got you. Yeah, it ain't nothing. It's just insane. Because, matter of fact, let me just give y'all a heads up. Next Friday's topic, because I know some people have gotten on me when it comes to who's truly a sellout. If Jay-Z and some of these other people are sellouts, why aren't the rest of the NFL players who didn't say anything sellouts? That's the new topic. I believe every last one of them, to include the white players, are sellouts who sat there and stayed quiet. Not all of them, because I think there was a bunch of them. I think Chris Long and another prominent white NFL player did speak up. So the ones that have spoken up, I'm not talking about them. But the majority of the NFL who didn't sit down and say, look, y'all made some foul statements. Y'all need to clean this up and clean it up quickly. Or we not playing. Because I'm not going to represent somebody who says blacks are not valued. Period. Y'all make millions of dollars. Don't have to play another down. Some of y'all. And y'all still scary. So, just give you a heads up. That's going to be next Friday. We're going to get it in. Bump the NFL. You want to play a game? We can play games. Let's play. All the people attending Kanye's church that didn't do a darn thing in their own church. Not the one where he came, because he actually came to Atlanta, and T.I. and a whole bunch of other celebrities, Killer Mike, all went out to that one, New Birth, and so he was out there, and people were like, oh, he's got the spirit. Like, no, I'm not saying I know the dude or have any kind of facts behind it, but I'm skeptical. People who date for a free meal but say they want a solid mate. Yep. Because that's just culture. People are taught that's what you're supposed to do. Even if you're not interested in a dude, you can get a free meal out of it, and no one should have a problem with it. But they'll call the guy crazy if he's like, hey, I invested all this money, and you really weren't interested. That's a problem. Oh, why do I owe you anything? It was just a meal that you didn't pay for. If it was just a meal, you should have went in your purse and paid for it yourself. I'm just saying. Larry kind of quiet. I'm not sure. He kind of preparing what he want to say. But the topic today is hypocrites. Talking the talk, but not walking the walk. Appreciate you coming in. First time viewer. Get on, check out my website, thefreddychicoshow.com. sign in, leave a message, let me know you were there on the guest book. I appreciate it. Let's see here. See anybody getting on the YouTube? No, absolutely not. Okay. Just to keep you a heads up, reminder, I am on YouTube. If y'all have an easier time with that, I know Andrea said she liked it on YouTube better than the Facebook. Um, and then also I have IG for the youngsters because apparently IG is for young people. Let it go. 6 years ago, 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some MC raps. All right. People claim they support their mate, but only support selectively. They only support because it sounds good in public. But when they actually have to do the do, they flake out. Flaky, flaky. Welcome back, Tony. You know, we got a lot of, talk show hosts, people that get on here and do lives that don't walk what they talk. They talk a lot of good stuff until it's time to walk it, and then they got all kind of excuses why they can't do the right thing. Cheaters who hate to get cheated on, and liars that hate to be lied on, big time, lying through their teeth, but will have the nerve to call somebody else a liar or say they don't like liars. Perfect example, Tony, is that Best Man movie. Could not stand that movie. This dude is cheating on this girl throughout the whole movie. All his exploits are being talked about. Then come to find out that the dude who wrote the story or the book or whatever messed with his girl. And he's ready to kill the dude, stop the wedding, do all other kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm sorry. You cheated millions of times. And you cry your behind off so she could take you back. You find out she cheated one time, long time ago. You have the nerve to have an issue? Hypocrite. What's going on, Yolanda, with the E? I appreciate you coming in. We are talking about the hypocrites, talking the talk, but not walking the walk. Yeah, I'm about to shut the IG down. Let me go ahead and shut this down. And, all right, young people. Yes. Take it slow. Nope. The life you teach, preach in public and private. At least that's how I am. Okay. Exactly. People who say men are dogs for cheating, but make excuses for women cheating. Yeah, where they're like, well, it's because they were emotionally distant or some kind of clubbers at T Sunday school. So. Next, on the shirt. Sorry, when folks act like domestic violence and sexual abuse is primarily a woman's issue, you are correct. Because it gives them more sympathy on that part, and people are not comfortable with looking at men as victims. They're just comfortable looking at women as victims. It's hard for them to view it. Yeah, they not cheat or lie. They need deliverances. Mm-hmm. But I gotta figure out how to get this YouTube channel up and pumping. I think I gotta work with the hashtags with that and make sure it's getting the searches or whatever with 14s. I might have to holler at you tomorrow morning, Tony. I need to talk to you about open calls. If you ever done one of those, I know you in the movie business and all that. I may hit you up, pick your brain on that. Got some people talking to me about some open calls, and I don't really know a lot. So, of course, I got to do my recon, do my research, see what that's all about. If you don't mind. So, how about people that are the police, but they smoke weed and give you a ticket for weed when they're on duty? What do you think half the weed don't end up in the police station? Somebody smoking it. Oh, did y'all ever hear that 911 call where the dude actually confiscated the appreciate that, Tony, where the dude actually confiscated some weed and had him and his wife smoking it and thought he killed himself? So he calls 911. You talk about funny. You talk about funny. That dude, I mean, even it was on a news report, even the lady's like, she couldn't even keep a straight face. She was trying to go on to the next story. Take it behind the bed, Yolanda. You don't need to be up here falling over the computer and don't be laying down and the phone on top of you fall right on your face. That won't be nice. Don't do that. But you said yes, they sing in the choir too. But yeah, that dude, he calls 911 and says that he confiscated some weed from a perp, and him and his wife decides to smoke it. No, I think it was at 8 brownies or something like that. And he said, I think it was lace or something. And they're like, so what do you want us to do? Like, I need you to send some units, some something or whatever. And he's like, because my heartbeat is beating so slow. Yep, I'm dead. I think I'm dead. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You know what I mean? I mean, it was too funny. And the 911 operator is trying to help him. And it's like, that somebody, you can't go back to work after that. You a police officer and you on 911 saying that? Fat people that say another fat person don't need to be wearing that. Well, it depends on what they're wearing, though. Because if it's a fat person who's wearing presentable clothes, saying another fat person got like super spandex on or skinny jeans, I mean, I think they got a point. He said, call Alexa if Jesus not answering. He might be on call. Little snaps, they smoked it. Yeah, I don't know. I want to say whether they smoked it or they had brownies or something. But it was too funny. Like they were trying to, they just thought they were dead. I said, yes, we're dead. We're our heart is beating too slow. We're dead. We just died. But we're still talking to you on the phone. But we're dead. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Alexa will take the pain away. But even these phones, you don't even have to have Alexa. I know I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was like, "Yeah, check out this blah blah." Before he could type it in, he starts writing some of the. It fills it in for him to search. Like all the words that come up with, it came up with the exact phrase that I just said. I didn't say, "Okay, Google" or something like that. You know what I mean? Um, he said that he said the pepper's already looking terrible, and you know it. The benefit of the doubt don't work on your show. Yeah, no, I'm well. I guess I'm not trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but because to me, if it's a woman, more than likely she's wearing something tight too. So yes, that would be a hypocrite. But if the chances are that the woman is actually wearing something presentable, I don't think that applies. Buckman, what's going on, sir? Talking about hypocrites talking the talk but not walking the walk. They thought they were dead. I mean, for real, they did. Heard females who claim they want a Nipsey, but if they had one, would run them into the ground. No, what? No girl want no Nipsey. Only reason no girl wanted Nipsey because he had money. You know what I mean? Like having somebody that is trying to challenge the um the consensus of um how the world or society views blacks. There's not too many people on that boat. Like I tell you, if I put on a topic where it's talking about that, watch how many disappear. Um, yeah, I know. Hispanics is made for anybody. That is very true. And I wish they start telling these girls that. And some of these dudes. Some of these dudes be walking around. Like I seen this feminine dude. And I want to say, yeah, he was a police officer. I mean, huge guy. He got to be like good 270. No body fat or nothing. But he had a Peter Pan cop uniform on. He was so darn tight. I'm like, if you don't get your little feminine behind out my face. Like, seriously? Now, I'm sure, the girls are like, oh, he is so attractive with his super tight, you know, pajamas on, but they're supposed to be a cop uniform. Um, so I'm only 140 pounds, but there's clothes for the bedroom, for the house, or the gym. I disagree on the for the gym crap. Because, I mean, I go to the gym all the time, and all I see is women in spandex or bras and calling it a shirt. Like, that is not a shirt, that's a bra. Um, and they all kind of shapes in there too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking people being big because, how else you going to burn the fat and get in shape is by going to the gym. But you ain't got to be exposing yourself either. You know, you a lie. You ain't sporting no dang romper. I don't like women sporting a romper because their butt be hanging out the bottom of the dang romper. That don't even make sense. That's almost as bad, or that is as bad as a dude's sagging the pants. I don't want to see your underwear. Many people say, oh, well, I want this or that because they see me with it, but couldn't handle all that I had to endure. Yeah, just looking it in for like window shopping. You know, they don't know what you walk, what your walk was, how you did things. You said at 140 you can wear anything, but at 260 you can only wear barrels and curtains. I agree. I agree. You know, but well, no, I'll take that back. I agree. At 260 you can only wear barrels and curtains, but 140 you can't wear anything. You need to still be. I don't care if you were 110 pounds, still dress presentable, respectful. I'm not cool with these people that think, oh well, as long as you're in shape, you can be half naked. Nah, that's not cool. The man romper maker. No, that was a. I don't know. That's a female that did that crap. They don't have no. There's no off limit stuff. I mean, I literally seen people walking around in pantyhose, acting like they are spandex. No, you're naked. You know exactly. I'm with you there, Yolanda. I don't like the pants hanging off the butt either. And I mean, We're not even talking about okay, a once or twice. There's like everybody is doing this crap, and they don't have no problem walking around. I mean, I'm not talking about just a little bit of it showing, like the whole underwear is showing, and they walking around just normal. Yeah, I agree. Keep it moving. We are not doing the romper. I don't care how manly you trying to show that you can take doing some feminine stuff. Personally, the gay folks I stood up for or prevented them from getting beat up who voiced their disdain at me for my beliefs and convictions don't line up with the LGBT. Um, yeah, it is nasty. Look, don't talk, but they can't wear skimpy stuff. You're married, but not me. Don't talk about they can't wear skimpy stuff. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, but to me, even if I was single, you know, not to say it doesn't catch your eye watching somebody with this, but to me that's unattractive because one, it'd be hypocritical for me to go, hey, I was attracted to you dressing naked, but I need you to cover up now because you're with me. No, that's how you are normally. So if that's how you are normally, you're not just getting my attention. You're trying to get everybody's attention. And I'm good. I'll pass on that. I'll pass on that. Mm-hmm. Not a fan of that. I will hurt a female's feelings in a second if they ever disrespect this. Remember that. What's a hood female? Every female that was on Why Did I Get Married? But especially that loud one, that's a hood female. Um, Ice Cube's girlfriend in Friday. Let's see who else is a hood female. Um, the black girl in Scary Movie. You on candid camera now. You on candid camera. Yeah. Yes, some men are attracted to half naked women, and that's a problem. I don't think that's smart. Mm-mm. I always rock mine. Always. You know, because people are like, it's something for my wife, or I'm trying to, appease her. No, I make the standard, and I hold it. I didn't receive a standard from her. I didn't receive a standard from somebody else. I created the standard. You know, I'm the one that will be, in violation of my rule, not her rule. Um, is there anyone that think green hair matching her car is okay? Um, More than likely, yes. I would say hood means bad woman, but very low standards, very um, low home training, that kind of thing. So not 100%, but there are bad. There are a lot of bad characteristics. I'll put that way. But I appreciate the contributions. Everybody, y'all definitely came and represented. Tony, Yolanda, Walter. Excuse me. Mm-mm. But you're not heard. Okay. But yeah, I had to get into this one because I just see so many people that get out there and talk one thing. But when the heat gets on, they fold. Yeah, and y'all know who I'm talking about. They just, everyone can be cool with you when everything's good. But when that heat hits and the truth comes out and they really not on team, you know, those are the hypocrites I'm talking about. Oh Lord, you better come with some Ruth Chris money. Talking about you want some Ruth Chris. And you're not married, so his money's not your money yet. You know. Yeah. I ain't forgot what day. When is y'all date again? Don't hit your head. I know, Midnight. She's just trying to bother you. And say hello to Ryan. Who got you? Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. The way my bank account set up, that don't work that way. Mm-mm. Sorry. Oh, see, that's a bad combination right there. That's a bad statement talking about I have his bank card. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Well, it wouldn't work for me. It may work for him. That might be him. Yeah, Tadashi 69 Takashi. For real, Um, but that's something that people have always been impressing on women. It's like you're not cute if you have feet that are too big, so they try to squeeze their feet into small shoes. That's just dumb. Wear your size on both sides, on both ends, and I think that's going to be another topic on Wednesday. Wear your size. Men, pull your pants up. But women, stop wearing clothes 5 times too small, whether it's clothes or shoes. You know, we haven't picked a date yet, but we have a small gal and I'm coming to Alaska. Gotcha. Are you gonna come back like to Arkansas somewhere? Uh-uh. Because, I mean, people say that we can be family all day long, but you paying your own bill. Mm-mm. I have church members and I had to, try not to be, too blunt with it, but I'm like, there's only one that, or actually, I'm sorry, there's only a few that have authorization for that status. And you are not on that list. There's like, I'm trying to think, one, two, three, 4, 5. Yeah, I think there's only 5. Never Arkansas. Ain't that where you from? Not you from Arkansas. Or you were just visiting or something. Maybe you'll go to LA and have LeBron show up or something. Oh, you had me fooled. I believe you had his card too, for real. You just lying now. You got his card. Probably got his pin number too. But no, 69 should take the 70 years. Don't claim gangster. You said test your gangster. I remember that. Test my gangster. I be telling people test my gangster. You ain't got no gangster. Oh baby. Mm. So you love Alaska, so you have a marriage in Alaska in an igloo, with some icicles. You ain't got to put no ice cubes in your sweet tea. It's cold from the beginning. Gotcha. Yeah, we can always do that. What do you call it? Double date. And then we'll see Ryan. Where you going? Where you going, Ryan? Where you? Mm-hmm. but but yeah, I had a church member wanted to ask me to get on my bike, give her a ride. Sorry, you don't have authorization for that. There's only 5 that are able to do it. That's it. We can be cool all day long. You ride your own bike next to me, but you don't sit on my seat. No, no, no. You have snow in the mountains? Yeah, nah, I'm good. Back when I was little, yeah, I used to love snow. I don't need it no more. You say you might have the entire wallet. Probably do. Like 3 or 4 credit cards. You done added you got like 5 joint accounts. Mm-hmm. Once you add them on as a joint account, it's a wrap. They're stuck. You cannot take them off. See, you're doing too much. Too much. Jamaica in January and Paris in April and the moon in December. She's going everywhere. But hey, all I can say is be happy. Be happy, be at peace. If that is what works for y'all, more power to y'all. No hating on my side, none of that. You know, if you are 100% for him and he's 100% for you, everything else is irrelevant. You know what I mean? It's okay to treat your friends and family if you desire to do it, but not something you have to do. Got you. I have the men's fellowship. I do that and all that, but yeah, now we have done stuff for like couples or whatever, but one thing that won't happen, it won't be me and you going to no Ruth Chris unless Sonny is there, and then unless your dark chocolate milk glass Nestle's is there as well. You know what I mean? But no joint accounts. Yes, Tony, no joint accounts. It's like joint Facebook pages. No, don't do it. But no, once you're married, I say that's it. But not when y'all dating. No joint accounts. Mm-mm. Yeah, like you said, Yolanda, if you're married, you can do that. But not when you. Yeah, you're not married, so that's not in your forte right now. Wait till you find that person who's 100% for Tony the Storm Barbados, aka Mr. Foster. I found that out. That's what I'm talking about. I heard that one up right there. Yep, yep. All right, man, do what you gotta do. I gotta close out anyway. I appreciate everyone coming through. Don't forget to click share. Submit me some topics. I need to see what y'all thinking, what y'all want to talk about. Because I got them for days, but I want to hear what y'all want to talk about and what y'all are thinking and all that kind of stuff. But love y'all. There's nothing y'all can do about it. Remember, you're never too big to learn. You're never too small to teach. Y'all be easy. Have an awesome weekend. I'll see y'all on Monday. Chico out.